Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to Planet Crafter. I know you guys have been enjoying this. It was kind of weird because when it released and I started playing, I played like 4 episodes kind of back to back, and mixing them in with Doom took a couple weeks. It took every time you jump in here, that light is on. It took like a week and a half or something, but I streamed in between like episodes 3 and 4, and it was weird because I had advanced so far. Anyway, I'm going to show you where we're at, what we're doing. I've been playing a lot of it at night, just hanging out, doing stuff, and I kind of had to catch myself that I was doing all this stuff. I'm like, man, I should really be recording this, you know? But here's where we're at. Last time you saw me on Selenia, and we needed to get to 5 TTI. You can see here we're at 7.5 now. During the stream, this planet was basically chugging along, doing fine. I wasn't going to build anything else. It was in cruise control. So I went ahead and shot over to Oculus, and I'll show you guys. It's cool. It is all water, and there's like a little sand island, and you can see I've got it. Wow, it's actually chugging along even better than this one is. Look at how it's caught up. I've kind of got a good method of everything now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna hit Prime. That's our goal. On Prime, there is a lot more to do. Boop, 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 boop. But it's funny because there's all this to do, but it's only 4 TTI. And if that was the case here, it would be done already. I came back to Humble because I needed to do a bunch of stuff. Like, I mean, you can automate so many. What happens? Here's what happens. And I did read your guys' comments, and I had already kind of solved some of the issues, but I thank you all for the comments. You know, the whole aluminum thing with the bauxite, I just was being a moron, I guess. But I went from no aluminum to aluminum. I've got 3 inside, and these things just keep producing aluminum. So like I have an overabundance of aluminum now. And then these over here, they're creating super balls and more aluminum. So what happens is I can't keep up, and say I need, I don't know, just pick your poison. I know a good one. Say I need iridium. This one is always low. Always low. So say I need iridium. Well, what happens is all the drills that I have out here, they will stop sending it with the drones because all the things here are all full. Now, I am automatically sending dolomite to the scrapper, but I don't want to do like iron or anything like that because it'll yank it out of all these things. I guess unless I don't provide. Anyway, my point is you can automate some things, but it's better just to take a trip back here and manually go through and, clear some things out, craft a bunch of pulsar. I've crafted this amount 3 times since I was here. Crafted this much, made other things, used it up. Crafted this much, made other things, used it up. Finally, I was getting really low on everything. I can actually make those 3 now. Oh, I didn't look at that. This is my worst one. Look at the amount that I have here. I should actually make some of those. So it's funny because, wow, those things there are the things that I have. For some reason, I guess it's probably because, let's see, I think these are 6 across. I think it's because not a lot of things use obsidian. I had some obsidian over here, some here, some here. They were kind of mixed. And I went out to the to the drills and everything. It was backed up. Look what I had to make. Obsidian, obsidian, obsidian. I had to make all of these. Now, oh my god, yeah. So that one's full, 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 that one's full. I've been pulling from the... It's amazing, like, the obsidian production here, for some reason, is really, really good, and obsidian's not used in a lot of things. So over here, I have 2 drills right here at the obsidian place. Right here. And it's coming in like gangbusters. All right, so I need 3 lines of obsidian. And then sulfur was another thing. I had to add some 2 extra sulfurs here because these 2 were full and no sulfur was getting pulled in. So it filled up that one and it was doing this one here. Here we go. So the solar is the only one that I didn't have a lot of. That's way better. If you look at like 5 rows, 4 rows, a lot of rows, pretty good, pretty good. This stuff is easy to make here. This stuff I can make now. You can see it's selenium, which comes from Selenia, whatever that first moon was. Pulsar is just, you know, the next level ores, osmium, zeolite, iridium. And then I made some of these in anticipation to need to make some of these. What I was gonna do was make a bunch of these energy fuses and then send them up to the trader because they're the best thing, right? 6,000 tokens. There is one achievement I've yet to get, and I believe it's to buy or sell 250,000 worth of Terra tokens. But so instead what I did was I went into the portal, like you guys said, and I chose one of the most difficult ones. It had 2 ships there, and I basically found a bunch of different fuses and stuff, and I found a bunch of, you know, quartz, which was good, except not a lot of the Solara ones. I found all these things. Look at these things. That guy, that guy, that guy, that guy. You can see the portal still open. And I didn't have a shuttle here, so I got a shuttle because basically everything on Selenia I can just take, but I don't want to bring it here. I want to bring it to Prime. So we're going to go to Prime. Oh, the beauty of it is I unlocked, because that planet's done, I unlocked the Megadome. Now, it's not as big as I thought. I set it up right here. Right here, just to see. It's not as big as you think. And it's going to be weird building inside it. I got some ideas. I think with this next planet, because I've done so much of this other stuff, like back and forth, I just don't know how much fun it would be to watch what I was doing. And I was actually just playing video games, you know? It's like late at night, I didn't feel like watching YouTube or Amazon. I just jump on here, and before you know it, like 3 hours goes by. It's like old school. I just love doing that stuff. And long time ago, that was really my intention for streaming. Like, if I ever came across a time, my intention was just to jump on and stream. But literally, we're coming up on my 10-year mark streaming, and I've never done that. And obviously, it's not a thing because it's like 11 o'clock at night. Plus, you know, I just want to chill. Anyway, I don't know why I'm sharing all that. But so what I do is I made a bunch of these super alloy rods because everything that I need uses a lot of these. I made some Oz rods. Once again, not a lot of iridium rods, which I probably should just make what I can right now and not worry about the iridium. Yeah, see, you grab a big pile and all she can make is 4. It uses 9 to make a rod. This might be a mistake using all these. But here's the thing about iridium. On this planet here, you have to get it from the uraninite, right? on Prime, there's actually, so you have to use, it should be right here. You have to use these things, right? And they break down and you get a couple of different things from it. You could get super balls, you could get uranium or iridium, but you can also get other things. It doesn't show it, but both bauxite, dolomite, and this all can produce iron and silicon and all that stuff. Okay, so here's my idea. You ready? My idea is, and if you guys want to see, just let me know in the comments if you want to see what this planet looks like and what I did. Very small area that I built, very basic, but what I did was I utilized some of the things that unlocked here. This T2 outdoor farm, this T3 butterfly farm, and more importantly, this T2 fish farm, my goodness, my animals and insects were huge. All the other planets, that was like the least focus. I focused on heat, pressure, oxygen, and then the biomass was always the last, which is the insects and all that stuff. But you can see here, this is catching up to that one, and I barely spent any time here. I just set up 3 of these guys, right? 3 T2 fish farms, 3 of these and 3 of these. And I put in, one thing I didn't do, you know what? One thing I didn't do was trees. I don't think I did enough trees. I think this is the one we want here. Bark, mutagen, and fertile. T4 mute and T3 fert. Let me just see this real quick. T4 mutagen. This is going to take a while. The problem with this stuff is, I wish you could do it in here. You know, it said I unlocked another tree, like Pamela, something like Pamela, or anyway. I don't know where to craft it. Let's make sure this is right. Anyway, this has got a timer on it. I wonder if I put one of those machines here, if that would speed it up, the production machines. Production multiplier fuse. Let's just try that real quick. I only really need one of these. Okay, so 2 iron, cobalt, the green rod, cobalty, and a bunch of the fire stuff, which I've got a lot of that. I need a lot of that for the heaters. I wonder if putting this down here, chopping these 3 fuses in there. Oh man, this has only got 1. Okay, let's get rid of that. I thought I could get that. Oh, it's, well, what did I say? We got tons of obsidian, so I'm not really worried about that. Make this guy instead. Now we'll chop 3 fuses in there. It's not highlighting it. Nope, it does not work on this. Okay, whatever. My bad. It doesn't work on that, so we will take those out and get rid of that. It's too bad, like, it doesn't speed this up. It only speeds up, like, the farms. Now, it would be nice to take this with me, but here's what I've done. I've predetermined stuff to take with me, right? And I've got stuff on the ship. So let's just do that. This other stuff, we can bring that over as we need it. I'm going to get, I think part of the, most of the fun. I got all this junk on me now. So a lot of the fun of this is getting the initial setup. And what I haven't done was try to set up a cool base. Like, I've just been trying to get that to a certain point, right? Wow, there's a bunch of stuff in here. And tree bark goes all the way down here. We're going to leave here in a second. Bear with me. Okay. cobalt back. Put the iron back. If it's not filled yet. Okay. So I got my truck with me. Now this should be all these fuses should stay in here. Okay. So it pulled from the bottom, not from the top. I grabbed these fuses and added them after the fact. I need these fuses there, but I need all of this stuff first, okay? These fuses are the things I'm going to add, so we're going to need all those, but not right now. Okay, got that. And then if we go look up in here, I've got stuff in here. Now this is obviously to make power, and I think this is to make like maybe a heater. All right, I'm gonna get some food and water. Water should be okay there. Oh, I'm not gonna be able to get food, am I? Not like that. I'll have to do it like this. Boop. All right, let's go. Let's go. We're going to Prime. Here we go. In the dark, best time to take off. So this is my hub of everything. You know, at first I thought, oh, I'm just gonna bring everything from the 2 moons to here. But then I'm like, no, let's not do that. Because that's a travel to here. And then if I'm not here, I have to organize all that. I'm just gonna bring what I need. So I have 2 moons and a planet to bring things to the Prime planet. Wow. I haven't been here forever. Now, I do know that this becomes a giant lake here. And now if you look around, the beauty of this expansion is all my satellites that I launched on Humble, my GPS satellites, 1, 2, 3, and 4, they actually work for every planet. I haven't had to launch GPS satellites for either of the moons, and this is the first time coming to Prime on this save since the Humble DLC came out. But you can see what we have here. I'm just reminding myself because it's been a few years, I believe. We've got silicon, we've got iridium and uranium here and here. We've got super balls, titanium, aluminum here. I know that. Even got that there. You have everything here, with the exception of selenium and phosphorus. Now, phosphorus is on one moon, selenium's on the other moon. All right. So here's what we're going to do. I got to get stuff out of there. I am in a lake right now. I'm in a lake bed. So if we put the truck down. Oh, and I finally put the upgrade on here, and I haven't driven it yet. The T4 speed increased movement speed by 400%. I haven't tried to drive it yet with that. So we'll put that in there so we can grab this stuff. Okay, and then get rid of this thing. We don't need that. I don't remember there being this much stuff on the ground here, but like I said, it's been a long time. So where I built before was here. You see that? Right by this ship. Okay? The mistake I made was I put down all my heaters, drills, trees, everything around here, and it made this area just like ridiculous. Now, there was an area over here. Oh, jeez, dude. There was an area. Reach blue sky, 175,000 Ti. Anyway, I think that it's the most centrally located. The only problem is all these like pillars and things. Am I going the right way? I am. I don't remember all these pillars being here. So they've changed some stuff. I think they put all these here because everyone was building here. Yeah, I built like, here's where I started, right up against this ship. If you guys remember a few years ago. area kind of sucks now. Now this is a desert area. So there's going to be a giant lake here. Then here in the low areas, there's water around here, I remember. This actually goes... It's not quite... This area, you can see how weird it looks because they added this after the fact. This whole area back here was added after the fact. Same with this area here. And I believe something over here? Where's the zeolite cave? Oh, there's the zeolite cave. So this area was added after the fact. Yeah, if I do it here, this is kind of far north. And I don't think it's that big of a deal. Let's just drive over there and see what it looks like. Which would be back this way. Let me see if there's anything decent in here that I need right now. No, not really. This planet is got a lot of asteroid activity. So this is that deserty area. Kind of hard to tell where the water's going to be. It looks so different since the last time I was here. This could all be underwater here. Now, what I could do is build off of a high point and the whole station would be floating. My idea is to get the Megadome set down and then based off of that, you'll see. I gotta try things. I don't know. I don't like this area because I don't know how much of this is going to be underwater. They could have changed it. Who knows? They could have changed it, but actually a lot of good stuff in here. Not that. It's okay for now. It's kind of important to figure out where you want your home base to be. I really like this area here. I think the water, you can kind of tell where the water's edge is going to be. There's like a shelf here. I could build like over here by the water. It would actually look pretty cool when the water comes in. Yeah, these pillars weren't here before. They must have added that to mix it up. Because this was like a nice big flat area. What I did was I built out from over there like a sky bridge, and it came over to here, to like right here to the water's edge. This is all going to be a lake down there, and it looked really cool. Okay, I wrote down, hopefully I got this right. So I should have brought power ×2 nukes, the transporter to get back, a shuttle, 1 heater, 1 drill, 1 dome, and 1 multiplier. That sounds like a lot. I don't know if I got all that with me, but I need to clear some of this stuff away to put the dome down. Now the dome would have been... Let's see if I park right here. Okay. The dome would have been in here. Let me see what I needed for the dome. Yeah. Okay, so... Got that, a couple of rods, some more blazars. That's it. You can see that it's not as big as you would think it was. Think about putting it like right up on this edge. That's not what I wanted. Come on now. Do it from the side here, I guess. I can see. Jeez, dude. Just banging into everything. Right on the water's edge. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now to open, let's see, get rid of that to put a door on here. Iron, titanium, and silicon. So. Oh shoot. Oh shoot, you know what? I didn't bring water. I didn't bring water because I thought there was water here and there's not. This O2 is working in here. I'm screwed. I'm screwed. Hold on. This guy. Iron, silicon. Iron. Silicon. Ice. Ice. Okay. I forgot that the this is a very dry planet. Okay, that should do that. Problem is, I don't have any power. What? Yeah, there we go. Water, ice. Oh, it worked. It worked. I thought we didn't have any power. Okay, good. I think this will be a good spot right here where I'm parked to put our power down. So let's get some power going in this joint, which I don't have. Put this in there. I don't need this stuff right now. I don't need the fuses. I don't need the rocket engine. Ah, it pulls from the bottom. Dang it. You know what I mean? It pulls from the bottom. You think it's gonna pull from the top down, but it doesn't. I need this stuff. I don't need those eggs. Not right this second. Is that enough to make it? Yes. Okay. We're there. Water's there. I think we'll just put our power right here. I need 2 more Super Bowls. Okay. That. And then... Did I say I made a multiplier? Hopefully. Brought this stuff for multiplier. And then... I don't think I have any fuses yet, though. I got these guys, but I think those are going to be for something else right now. All right, let's grab that stuff. Okay, looking good, feeling good. We've got this here going. So my idea, I don't know what you can actually place in here, right? So I had an idea. Putting an auto crafter right here in the middle, and then making like a walkway here and here, but in between, spiraling out from the auto crafter will be these locker storages, right? And we fill up the locker storages. The reason being is I always do the storage like very linear along a wall. And the last ones down here are so far away from the auto crafter, it doesn't work. So I'm thinking if I do it circular, make this like a control center, but keep walkways here, that might be kind of cool. And then coming off these edges here, I want to try and do the big living compartment. I want to see how these interior stairs work. Looks like I'll have to stack 2 living compartments on top of each other. Right? And that'll be one thing. And then out one way we can do a biodome. We can do the biodome we need, the T2 biodome for tree bark, and we do this one for some O2 and a number of other things. And that's like that's as far as I got, like trying to think of how or what I wanted to do here. Okay. Now my rockets, it looks like a decent area going here. That's kind of low. Dude, I keep parking my truck right in the wrong spot. All right. Thinking about here, setting up my rockets. Like starting here. If I put it right here, it's kind of a high point, and we can run it all the way down that way. So first off will be, I said, the return ship, which is this guy, the extraction platform. Let's see, is there stairs on the side? What are you doing? What are you doing? So weird how it doesn't move when you want it to move. I want to put it... Why is it jumping from there to here? I want it up on this edge here. Oh my god. Dude, I don't know what it is about this thing. It's so weird. I want the stairs facing me, which is that way. Put this right about there. That's a good height. The other one should be able to lock onto it going that way. So this is our rocket. Now I believe I should have everything I need to build a return rocket. That way, just in case I need to get out of here. Looks like everything's on me. There, built the return rocket. Okay, so that's check. Let me cross these off. I got 2 power nukes, check. Transport back, check. We got to make the shuttle now. Let me get some air. You ever notice that when you jump in the truck, the air is instantaneous, refills you? Okay, so now we want our shuttle. Why is it not locking in there? Does not... Oh, because that rocket's in the way. That kind of sucks. Well, we'll just leave a little gap then, I guess. Oh, I got lucky lining it up. Didn't get lucky with the stairs, but look. Oh, almost. See, it doesn't like this. I think that if you attach it first, then build this, it might be okay. Okay, shuttle. Oh my god. They really need to be able to use your scroll. I need it to go down. Oh, I think that's as close as I'm gonna get it with these stairs like this. I can run straight up it. I don't think I brought... I did not bring the trader shuttle stuff yet, but that's okay. That's all right. This is the main stuff. We need to be able to get out of here if we need to, and then bring stuff with that. So that's a start. That looks terrible, but that's a start. It's weird how I had this stuff all attached on all the other planets. Okay. Now, what I want to do is I want to find... I should have the stuff to make one drill. To get a drill going. And also to get a heater going. With what I have. So I have that stuff. That's the easy one. I think I'll put the... We'll put the drills in this area here. Gotta look around, make sure I can fit 8 drills down. There's our first one. This area here is where you get your aluminium from here, but I don't need to. Actually, it's funny because right now I don't really need to focus on drills and things because I have a lot of it already. So I'm going to put the drills here and then the heaters. Probably, I'm going to put the trees further away this time. The heaters, I don't want them by me. Last time I put everything right by me and it screwed everything up. Maybe I can put this ends up being a lake here. I don't remember if this is a lake. O2's running out. See, last time I didn't do thought. I didn't know. And you see, it's instantaneous. I didn't do any thought. And I thought, oh, this will be cool or this will be cool. And it turned out everything was right my dang way. I'm pretty sure that the water is here. And it goes across that and then over there. I don't think it comes up here. Even though it looks like it will. Get that going there. Okay. Now, we're starting to terraform. And that's a good thing. New message received. Too bad I don't have a message system here. Okay. So, what I'm thinking is we can either put a biodome out over the water, or we can put our living compartment out over there and do windows, and it'll look really cool. And then off these other sides, I can do domes. Not 100% sure yet. But I think I got everything built. I got the wait, okay, so power ×2, transport back, shuttle, heater, drill, dome, and this multiplier. That's everything that I brought with me. Now we have to start bringing other stuff, like I think I should bring from Humble super alloy because we're going to start building storage. So if I bring 20 of these and I bring some circuit boards wherever they're at, probably past them. You go get us some stuff. Now, I'm going to I'm going to put the trade rocket next to it, and I will put down another multiplier with the trade rocket speed fuses. It cuts off, like, say it's 10 minutes. It might cut off like 3 minutes of flight. It's said on the wiki that it's supposed to affect the shuttle, but I'm not sure it does. I'm not sure it does. All right, now I could try and pick up some stuff off the ground. If this thing doesn't need anything fancy, we can start with the autocrafter. It needs osmium and super rods, which I'm not going to find on the ground here. Let's see what else we got going in here. I brought these things here for when the water comes. I guess I was a little premature doing that, but I didn't want to lose them somewhere. Yeah, this guy here, this T2 fish farm, if you look at the animals, look what it says. 7,350. I'm like, that's got to be a typo, right? It's not. And then you put in fish eggs, and it multiplies that 7,000. Holy cow, animals go nuts. This one, insects, 9,160, and then you put some butterfly larvae in there for multipliers, and it can take up to 3. You just do 3 of these and 3 of these. Dude, your animals and insects and all that is, just screw it. You're done. I mean, if you want bee larvae, make a T2 beehive or whatever. But that was the one thing I was missing. Like, you want to terraform a planet fast? I'll tell you exactly what to do. There's a million ways, but I'll tell you what I did. Ready? 8 T5 heaters with a multiplier times 3. You got 3 fuses in there. And I say 8 because the multiplier can only do up to 8 machines. Now you can do more, but there's no need. Once you get these going, like a lot's happening. So 8 of these with the multiplier, 3 fuses. 8 of these with the multiplier, 3 fuses. 8 of these with the multiplier, 3 fuses. But one of the fuses, 2 of the fuses can be, you can do like oxygen, one of them, or you can do all oxygen. But I've been combining an oxygen fuse, and I think the, I forget the other fuse. That's the ones that are back at in that chest that I didn't bring. Same thing, 8 of these with the multiplier, right? And that was like my big thing. And then I'm like, okay, how do I get oxygen going more? How do I get animals and insects going more? Well, 3 of these, and the multiplier is the larva that you put in there. And 3 of these, the multiplier is the fish eggs that you put in there. And boom, you can go do whatever you want. That's why that other planet is almost at 5. I mean, in no time. It's crazy. Now, this is high-end stuff, right? Having the fuses to put in here, it's really high-end stuff. But because this is like I already made a base on Humble, had everything, and then I go to one moon, I got a bunch of stuff. I go to another moon. Having the high-end stuff, it's like, bam, you can go terraform a planet quick. Let's see what's down here before this thing becomes a lake. Just things I need. Food. That. I don't even use those animal farm thingies anymore. It's cool to... Oh, and okay. I forgot one major thing. Sorry. I forgot one major thing in all of this. You got to make the where is it? The orbital information screen, and then launch the rockets. You launch the rockets, and I have T2 rockets now, which are 5,000 multipliers. I did 15,000 for each one of the things. And yeah, pretty good. Pretty dang good. So that's the other, that's a major thing I forgot to say as far as fast terraforming, right? You get those rockets up in the air and it goes nuts. So look at this, 2 cosmic crystals in this one. That's pretty crazy. So those things are expensive. All right, let's get some iron. And I'll make a couple regular chests in there. Just do a couple regular chests so I can get my inventory cleared out. Okay. Looking good. Wow, this place it looks like nothing that I remember, because the last time I was here was years ago and it was completely terraformed. Okay, just on the side here, make some of these guys. It's funny, the one thing they did change, it used to be it was either green or red. Now if it's yellow, you can hit it and you will like clip, but it still works, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, we'll put our food and water in here. Plenty of food and water right now. And then we'll just dump miscellaneous junk in there. Make sure my truck is empty. Okay. Shuttle's not back yet. What do you guys think of my idea? Now, what did it say I need? I might actually be able to go get some of this stuff. I was going to build the autocrafter. The T2. I just got all the stuff for those. Not all of it, but a lot of it. It's coming this way. Super alloy rod. Super alloy rod. And the osmium. So the super alloy rod, I need to make the other crafter. I can bring some, look at this, in here. So to get in there though, There, I believe there's ice. I think there, look already. Dude, I've got one heater. I've got one heater and one drill down. I'm already getting water. Again, when you start the game fresh and you don't have anything, you're not building T5 drills. Look at it. This is, when I first played this, this was iced over. You couldn't get in here until you terraformed to a certain point. Like this. Maybe it was here. Excuse me. Some osmium. Oh. Okay, if I make the T2 crafter, the advanced crafting station, I can make some soup. I can see what I need for super alloy rods. I don't recall. Yeah, you can see there's ice up there. Some of the caves I'm sure iced over, but you can see I'm already getting a lot of water here. That's cool. All right, so let's see. We're gonna build. We need some aluminum. We need 3 aluminum. We need titanium. We need this guy. And we need titanium and a magnesium. Build this guy off to the side for now, because I really want to try and make this thing look cool. My base on Humble, same idea, right? You're like building as you go, as you're trying to terraform and trying to think that you know what you're doing. But honestly, at the time, I didn't have the big living compartment unlocked. I didn't have the 3x3 unlocked. I unlocked those along the way, and I had to break down part of my place, and I'm just like, you got to move all you. It's just a pain in the butt. Sorry, drinking water. It's outside all day. It was hot, but beautiful. All right, so 3, 6, 7, 8. Definitely don't have that many. I have 2 super alloy. To make those, I'm gonna need 1 of everything, even aluminum. My shuttle back yet? No. Oh, here it comes. The shuttle doesn't make sound like it might be faster just to send the shuttle back right away. I just get a bunch of those rods. I made a fair amount of them, and I need a lot ultimately. The heater, the drills take 2 and an Oz rod. I think that takes some. Okay, so we'll take this stuff, and then we'll send this right back with, let's get, I don't know, a couple multiplier fuses. The main thing I want to bring as many of those rods over as I can. I made 40, wow, I made 48 of those? No kidding. 20, and then 22 osmium rods. Okay, lunch. All right, now let's see how this is gonna look. What can I use? I want to use something as a placeholder. Maybe these guys? I want to do like a placeholder so I have a walkway here. Maybe I should just set this down as a walkway, and then we build off of it. It's gonna be tough to make this. So I like to overlap the edge. See, right there. Okay, and then I need one. That's all my circuit boards. So I'll put one here, then move this. That, I mean, look, you saw how hard that was. It's not terrible. But I'm going to surround this here, and then I'm going to do another layer. Once I place this down, the auto crafter, I'll be able to see the rings, how far they go out. They may go all the way out to the edge, which would be awesome, because then I could do like some straight rows out here or something. I didn't know what I wanted to do in here because I didn't know what you could put. But I think that kind of this centralized hub of storage and everything might be kind of cool. Which is going to make the big... I actually had to buy this. You had to buy it on the trader. This guy, the 3x3. But what's cool about it is you don't have all those little arches and walkways that are in your way. Okay, we already made that, so we can get rid of that. I still can't make the other thing because I need these super alloy rods, which are on the way. They're headed this direction. Need one super alloy rod for that. Let's see, food and water. One of these. It's a good start. It's a good start to stuff. Let's dump this stuff. Let's go collecting while we're waiting for the shuttle. Because we're going to need some of this stuff. We'll just get some stuff going. Because, you know, theoretically, you could bring everything you wanted over on the shuttle, but that would take a long time. Unless you're doing other things in the meantime, you're just going to stand here waiting for the shuttle. I want to get the auto crafter built just so I can be building inside. And I need to get that multiplier built to put the trade fuses in. I have it on Selenia, right? And it highlighted both the trade rocket and it highlighted the shuttle. So I guess it's working. Maybe the reason why it didn't look like it was working on Humble, because the multiplier was already down before I had access to the shuttle. And they said on a couple other things, if you don't have to redo it, but if there's a couple things if you had built, you need to break them down, then build them again. Like this, if this was the escape, the extraction, if you had this built already for extraction, it wouldn't give you the interplanetary shuttle. You'd have to break it down and rebuild it. Then it would give you the option to build both rockets, either extraction to end the game or the interplanetary shuttle. So I don't really need to get much more ice. I mean, look at that. I've got one heater down and one drill. But because it's T5, it's like, this took me in the first playthrough forever to get to this point, because I was dealing with stuff like this, wind turbines, 1.2 energy per second. Now I'm dealing with 1485 per second times 2. You know, the heater, 0.3 heat per second, 0.3, and now I'm dealing with 4,530 heat plus 280 pressure, and this one is 3650 pressure and 295 heat. It's like, you see what I'm saying? Look, I don't want to discourage anybody who's like, hey, I haven't played yet and I want to play the game. Dude, you're gonna get the best out of it. You're gonna get to pick. You can pick any planet except for Aqueous to start on. It's the only one you can't start on. You may be like, why? Well, because there's the resources aren't there. And I'll show you. We'll go there and I'll show you. There's no resources there other than, I mean, there's some stuff on the ground, like this stuff. It's just on the ground. There's no iridium, there's no uranium until you get to a certain point. Some islands, it said seismic event, and some islands like rose out of the They rose out of the ocean. That was kind of weird. But on those islands is some of them, like later on, one had like a weird red tint to it, and you go over there was pulsar quartz there. But the game says you just can't go there, so that's that. It's not me telling you, it's the game. You can't go to those you can't start on Aqueous. You can start on Humble, on Prime, which is this planet, and you can start on the Selenia moon, which I wouldn't recommend doing that either. I would say either hit Humble or this one. Actually, this one's the easiest. It's got everything. Look. All you do is put T3 drills out here. If you put T3 drills, you can specifically ask just for that thing, right? You know what I mean? The beauty of the T3 drill, you can put it here and just ask for sulfur. And it won't grab iron and all that other stuff, right? Then you can just put regular T2 drills down closer to you to get all the generic stuff. But you put it here, you get the super alloy, you get aluminum. I don't know. Yeah, this does. You can get zeolite here. You can get sulfur, uranium, iridium. The only thing this doesn't have, and it might give it to you by default, because I saw it on Humble. Selenium and phosphorus. So selenium and phosphorus each on each of the moons. On each of the moons. Where is my shuttle, man? It's a little slow. Oh, I like this. So if that's the case, we're gonna get 1, 2, 3, 4 with the walkways. We'll see how it looks. It's a theory. It actually is pretty cool in here at night. It would be fun if you guys never played this and you want to play it to get it and start going, because there's things you can do like on your first planet before you go to the other ones, like start trading and getting tokens, and you have to buy like these blueprints. Actually, I think this one gets unlocked on a system, the overall system terraformation. No. That one gets unlocked on total terraformation of the Selenia moon. These ones here, you buy the blueprint from the trader. And you're like, well, why? You can just put 6 together. You can, but it's way better without having the arches in the way, especially if that's your main area for storage. Those things just absolutely get in the way. Absolutely. So the aluminum, it should be over here, which is pretty cool. This area is weird. If I remember right, when you go in here, it gets dark. The aluminum hills, they call this. Yeah, see how it's getting dark? Now, when this game first came out, they had gold chests, and it was only on Prime, this planet, because I never found gold chests on Humble, and the gold chest had, like, at the time, pretty good stuff in them. This thing should have some storage in it somewhere, no? Inside. So I've circuit boards, we can make more storage now. Nice. I've gone through all the decoding of the microchips, and I found that in some of the crashed planes there'll be like different furniture and things in there. Yeah, see, this lake is starting to develop here too. So it should be here, and it should be right here. Yep, right there. There's a storm a-brewing. Thingy's back. Our shuttle. Oh, lo, 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 lo. You see how fast these things fill up? It's crazy. Crazy. Food, food. That one's full. That one's full. There we go. Okay. Let's see. What else should I send this for right now? So, okay. We need those explosive powders and iridium rods. I don't have a lot of iridium rods. I don't have a lot of... I have 20. I'm going to take... how many did that need? 3? Yeah, 3. So we'll do 12. 12 of those, and the rest will bring over explosive powder because it's used for a fair amount of things. Just always keep the shuttle going. Okay, so we should have what we need to make the autocrafter. I think I need 2 of these guys. And see the rings I was talking about? They don't look like they go all the way to the wall. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I am going to, because it's hard for me to see out there. Just want to get an idea. I'm gonna put one of these down temporarily. Right in the middle. So that's in the middle between there and the outside edge. Then we'll place the autocrafter. Looks like, is that... It's actually beyond that, isn't it? That didn't work. Still didn't work. Jeez Louise. Close enough. Okay. I think we're good with that. Can I make, No, I don't have, bio nuggets. I've found so many circuit boards that I haven't made circuit boards forever. I think I'll just get this going right now with these 2 guys. That should really boost our energy up to, yeah, a lot. My goodness. Look how far this optimizer goes out there. Huh. I guess because it's an energy optimizer? No, it could... I thought it was because I put the fuses in there like that, but look how far... It literally goes way over there. And it's circular. It's a radius. But this is only for energy, and I don't build any other energy but these now. And we've already got rain. We've already got rain on the planet. I still have 1 heater and 1 drill. 1 heater, 1 drill, and they don't even have multipliers on them yet. It's pretty good. All right. I didn't realize that you needed bio nuggets to make those. Okay, let's start off here by doing this as rods. Okay, and we're gonna put our rods in there. I have like on Humble, it'll be so many things that I have like rods like for super alloy and osmium, and then I have one for iridium and uranium. But here, because we're gonna like make and use as we go, I'm gonna try and do this. There should be enough in here for the rods, right? And then like super alloy would be a good one. Let's see what do we got in here. Our fuses is a good one. Fuses and super alloy. So rods, we'll just do this one as fuses. Not that I usually have extra fuses lying around, but I may. This one will do super ball. I like to call it super ball because they look like little balls. And then we're going to have some. Now, I was going to do quartz. Here, but I may do quartz. Because this thing only. There's not a lot that takes. These take the pulsars. Okay, rods, fuses, super balls. Yeah. It's a lot tougher when you don't have all the stuff here. Fertilizers. That stuff can go on the second row out. I think the next one I'll just bring over as many oh, we could try to make that one of those now just to see what that would look like. So we need titanium and super alloys. 3 titaniums and 3 super alloys. Go out this way. A 3x3 living compartment. See, a lot of games you would do this where you put your cursor right up against it to lock it in. But do you see how it locks it? I want it to lock on the center, not that edge one. Like that. I didn't want it to be on this one here. But a lot of games that do this type of building, if you put your cursor right there, you know how I'm fighting with it out here? Once I do that, boom, it does the chain lock. The thing that I'm curious about is this guy. Like, you see how it's, can you see how it's 2 levels and it's interior stairs? I'm guessing you have to have 2 levels made. Guess we could try and see. Get some more stuff. It's weird on my on Humble, all the stuff that I'm doing, the 2 things that I just can't produce enough of no matter what I do is, surprisingly, titanium is always behind the power curve, and iridium. Like, I got plenty of uranium. I think it's because more things use iridium rods than uranium rods. I'm not 100% sure, but it's a little whack. So that aluminum. Oop. 2 aluminum. All right, let's. I doubt this is going to build here, but I bet you we need a second. Oh, what? You getting my point? Stack one of these on top. Instead of making those stupid portal stairs. I don't like those. Oh, look at that. Okay, so it's blocked off right now. That's pretty cool. What would be even cooler if it didn't do this? If it, you can see this is a whole room without these things. You put a single cube, you got this arch here, here, and here. So all this area here is blocked. Without it, you can use these lines to set up your storages. It's actually pretty cool. So I need another one of these stacked on top. And then we have the stairs, and then these will do windows. like this guy. So cobalt and iron. Let's go get some of that while we're waiting for our shuttle. Okay, cobalty. It's funny because you get to a certain point in the game where you're not really collecting stuff off the ground. But it is nice to have it. I don't know why I grabbed that. I'm getting cobalt and iron right now. Doo-doo. Okay. Now in here should be iridium. And then I usually put my drills right here. That's what I did before. So you got the iridium mine here. I believe one of the gold chests might be in here. They're pretty well hidden. I don't know why I'm grabbing this stuff right now, but yeah, this is stuff I just for some reason just can't produce it on Humble. Maybe, I don't know if maybe they got rid of the gold chests. How much did I pick up? Yeah, definitely need more iron. And we'll look for that stuff later. You notice, if you look, there's a whole bunch of titanium here, where before everything was like no titanium and all iron. It's funny, when you need something, something else is there in its place. Excuse me. Dang. Hot, dusty day today. So it's been so nice. So we had rain for 4 days. And when I say rain, I mean we had monsoon rain for 4 days, right? And then the next 4 days was like 80-degree pure sunshine. It was so nice. It was so nice. Okay, that should be enough to get some windows going. You'll see the windows make a huge difference. All right, our shuttle's back. I'm breaking my own rule, which is get the shuttle going as quick as you can. Now, we don't need it on everything. We need to see this beautiful view out this way. Now, I did set up my thing on Aqueous to look like this, but it's kind of hard not to have a view like this when everything is water. Like, literally everything. It's cool. I like the variety that it gives. It's just pretty cool. Yeah, these things. Put that in there, and that, and that. Okay, let's go get our shuttle. Didn't I say I wanted to bring all the circuit boards now? Circuit boards. I'm gonna get my storage going. Where's the circuit boards? There they are. Only got 8. Okay, 8 of those. Now I want to bring. All right, so here's what it is in the tree things. 1 plant fuse, right, and 1 oxygen fuse. Now I had to buy these from the trader. Production multiplier fuses suck. I need at least 3 of these. We have growth multiplier. I don't know. I don't get these things. I usually just break them down for their parts. What else? The tree. I need to bring over. Do I have any good tree bark? I'm going to need some of those. I don't. Oh, you know what? I left without. I left without doing those trees. Remember? Oh man, I didn't even grab the 1. That's unfortunate. That means we're gonna have to make a trip back. just launch it with that. Okay. So that should have got us this stuff, which we're going to put this stuff away for now if we can. It's all full. All right, let's grab all the rods that we have. Excuse me. What is that thing? The stairs? Get rid of that. No. That's gonna take... Let's go put some more stuff down. Get this terraforming, get it booted up and going. Forgot to hold control. Come on. That rock over there. That's that rock right there. It's getting me. Okay, that's all of those that I can build. Can I build any of these? I should be able to. Yep. Try and keep them close because I'm using the multipliers. As close as you can. That's it. Okay, now terraforming should go even quicker. I haven't even started multiplying them yet. Looking good. Like I just looked over to see. I'm already over an hour, and this is just like normal to me. I play like 3 hours at a time, and I'm like, man, I'm just like playing the game out. I'm not going to be able to show anything. But I think this is good. What I'm going to do is not advance here. I may just bring some stuff over. I don't know. Those trips are very expensive. Well, you know what's expensive about the trips? They require these fuses. They're 6,000. And I can make them, but they're really expensive to make too. They require the cosmic crystals, and I can make cosmic crystals, which are expensive. Not the end of the world, but I can make that stuff now. But it costs you 1 to go and 1 to come back. One of those fuses, plus, you know, a T2 rocket, and they're just expensive. That's all I gotta say. Look at them up here. I don't think I can. Yeah, you can't access it when there's a rocket there. I wonder what you guys think. I want to put another one of these on top here, and this will be, besides this area here, this and this will be the only working parts of the place. I'll put like a tree bark dome here, one of these guys, T2 biodome, and I'll put probably the other one, not the butterfly dome, the one with the, I think it's the T1, this guy, the oxygen creator, out that way. Should look pretty cool. And the other reason why I wanted to put it here is those, I can put the butterfly things around here, but right out here I'll be able to put in my algae makers, my fish makers, my the big ones, which is these guys, the T2 fish farms, big time, and put them all right out here and still be able to drink from the water. Glorious. All right, let me know what you guys think so far. Like, the beauty of this is I can move this one around. I really don't like I don't like this gap, and I don't like that at all. I put this on a high point, but if that thing was on this side, it would be fine. Maybe I'll move. That means that, is nothing gonna fit here? I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Anyway, that's gonna do it for this one, you guys. Hopefully you guys like this. I'll get a a screen going pretty soon, so where we can see where we're at. But I believe we're really close to having the aqueous moon completely I think we only need one more level, and then we'll have this one. And this one needs only 4, where the other ones needed 5 and 7 and 4. As far as that goes. What do you guys think about this idea? Any ideas you guys have? Oh, the other thing is, I told you, I didn't tell you, I didn't finish my thought as usual, but these chips, wherever I put them, these guys, I've done all these. I've got like 20 of them at Humble. But when you go through a ship, you might see a chair or a table, and you can break it down, and it'll give you some components like iron, but it'll give you a chip, and you can actually get that like this. This is the stuff I got when I went into the portal looking for more quartz. I got this little faucet thing. I got a big table, which is cooler than that one. I got this thing, the trash can, a planet viewer, a bonsai pot, an indoor bike, countertop, and look, I can make like my own little exercise area. It could be cool to do like a cooking station, but with countertops around, and I don't know, it's just pretty cool. But all these things here, you can unlock these in those ships when you break them down, and it'll give you a chip, then you decode that chip. What happened was I had a bunch of chips in here, and I went to shift click or control click them over, and it left some chips. And the chips it left were actually, the game knew those were specifically for these furniture pieces. So I'm like, oh, well, thank you, game, for letting me know that I could actually do some more of those. Looks really good. Anyway, that's going to do for this episode. Any ideas you have, let me know, because really that way and that way, this will be our entrance. This will stay just an entrance because I'll have all the rockets here and get to the water easy. This way here will stay at least this stacked. Any other ideas? But here, if I put the T2 farm there for tree bark and the other one there, and you guys have a better idea, I can easily break either one of these down or both of them and do something different. But this way here would be probably harder to break down. That's why I said I'm probably going to leave this. I like this. I like it a lot. I think you can do glass floors. Yeah. So if you do glass floors up here, it would feel like a lot less constricting in here. Less claustrophobic. Anyway, that's going to do it for me. Hit that like, Buto. Thanks for watching.